Ladies, today I want to talk directly to the woman whose relationship ended suddenly. Not slowly, not mutually, but abruptly. Maybe the conversation came out of nowhere. Maybe the decision had already been made before you even knew something was wrong. Maybe the person you trusted simply said they were done. And suddenly the life you were building together disappeared in a simple conversation. If that happened to you, I want to ask you something very honestly. How are you coping with the emotional shock of that? Because when a relationship ends suddenly, the pain is often not only about the loss, it's about confusion, and your mind tries to fill in the gaps. You replay conversations, revisit memories, or you look for the moment you might have missed something. And emotionally, it can feel overwhelming because your heart did not have time to prepare. Everything changed all at once. Many women describe this season as feeling like their nervous system is constantly on alert. Your mind wants answers, your heart wants closure. But the reality is that sometimes the clarity we want simply isn't available. And that can make the healing process even harder. I remember in my own life walking through seasons where I had to sit with questions that did not have immediate answers. Questions like, why did this happen? What did I miss? What does this mean for my future? Those questions can keep the mind spinning. But here's something important I learned through that process. Not every unanswered question needs to be solved for your healing to begin. Sometimes the first step in coping with emotional overwhelm is not solving the past, it's stabilizing the present. Scripture reminds us in Psalm 34:18, "The Lord is close to the heartbroken and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Notice the wording there. It doesn't say that God waits until everything is resolved. It says He is close in the moment of heartbreak. And when the emotions feel overwhelming, one of the most helpful things you can do is bring your focus back to something simple. Whether it be your breathing, your body, or your immediate surroundings, you can take a slow breath and remind yourself that this moment is survivable, that your life is still unfolding, and that emotional shock does not define your future. Healing from a sudden ending takes time because your mind and heart are catching up to something that happened quickly. But slowly, the intensity softens, the questions become quieter, the clarity begins to grow where confusion once lived. So if you're navigating that kind of ending right now, I want to leave you with this simple reflection. Instead of asking yourself, how do I make sense of everything today? Try asking, what is one small thing that helps me steady myself today? Healing often begins with those small moments of steadiness, and from that steadiness, your strength slowly rebuilds. If this message resonated with you today or spoke to something you're walking through, please feel free to share in the comments, subscribe to this channel, or share it with a woman who needs to hear it. Your experience might help another woman feel less alone in hers. Thank you for being here on Irina's Avenue, and I'll see you in my next video.